looking back in hindsight, one thing that, really resonated with me was, how my father was always there, considering, how active he was in the church, with his job. He always made time to be there.
My dad he looks like old me. I'm junior. He's a real strong type, but he likes to meddle. He's silly, he likes to meddle. He taught me how to treat women, taught me how to, what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be there and how to behave. And I guess I'm pretty well behaved most of the time, so I think he did a pretty good job.
He always take us out and have these talks with us. He'd take us out, to the park or take us to a ball game. And, that right there, that really was a good time.
I remember we used to go to the park and he'd race us. I used to think, man, this dude's fast, And now I know he wasn't. Now I know he was just a dad. His legs were just longer and we were short.
My dad was a good dad. He was definitely a disciplinarian. He was there for us. He was a good provider. Probably where my dad struggled is that he wasn't very relational with us. He had trouble showing his feelings. In hindsight, we can look back and say that we know that he loved us, but growing up, it didn't always feel that way.
I didn't have a relationship with my dad. I found out when him and my mom first got together, he decided to be a pimp. And so he left and my family didn't want him around. And so our relationship was distant.
My dad left when I was 4, my sister was 2 weeks old. But he actually lived in the neighborhood, so we had a strained relationship from my perspective because I felt that when we needed him most, he wasn't there.
I was raised in a household with my grandmother and my mom. My mom was born mentally retarded, and my grandmother was pretty much the primary caregiver for both of us. My father wasn't around. I've never met him, couldn't point him out of a lineup. If I stood in line in front of him at Walmart, I wouldn't even know it was him.
September 24th, 1999, I received a call. My father had a stroke. Drove home September 29th. When I walked into the room, my mom was by my dad's side. He couldn't speak, a tear fell out his eye. And I knew I was coming home then. For a month and a half, the relationship I think I was hoping for that father-son relationship, the roles were reversed, where I was the father. And due to his capacity, he was the son.
Well, recently, I entered a season where my dad actually has been living with my family, and so we assumed a role as his primary caregivers. It's allowed me to look back on our relationship and remember the good times. The one thing that it has made me realize, because he's suffering from the early onset of Alzheimer's, is that we're not going to be able to reconcile, and I've had to come to grips with that. But I have forgiven him, and people who know the whole story are surprised at kind of the level of our relationship today.
My next door neighbor's boyfriend taught me how to mow a yard, how to barbecue, how to wash a car, just like a lot of how to do some things around the house.
My grandfather was pretty much a solid stone. I watched him help people, and I just like, wow, I want to be like him.
One of the people that I'm blessed to have in my life was my high school music teacher. He is and has been the closest thing to a father figure in my life. If I have a question about being a husband or how to do something or just whatever, he's who I'm gonna call.
Yes, you can be a good father without having had a father in your life. I am probably a better father due to my dad's absence than had he been there in my life.
When I met Shanae and Caleb, it was like, wow. He introduced himself. I was like, okay, God, it's just like, okay, there's a smart young kid, and I think I can do this, man. I really do think I can do this.
How do you know he loves you?
He kisses me and hugs me. He fights me.
Give us one of those talks how Steve teaches you.
We were in the car discussing and like they were just playing outside in the streets. And my dad had saw him in the streets, just run around. He told him, just be careful, y'all. Just like watch out when you like go across the street, look both ways. Just watch out there.
Oh, boy. All right, but you got the lessons. You ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You gonna speak up?
Yes, sir.
Put this much, because mama will not have a fit if your lips look like that. My wife and I have actually lost 2 sets of twins. God brought our grief to an end when he brought Zaire and Zamaya there. They came home in December. We finalized their adoption May 26th. And so this is officially my first Father's Day.
I think sports is one of the times that we can really father-daughter bond.
You a Cowboys fan?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest. I am 50% Cowboys fan and 50% Panthers fan because I love both of my parents. I do not want to cause turmoil.
Cause like with a boy, I know how I was with a boy. So with a boy, you're just like, I'm just trying to keep you from killing yourself. You know, it's like every day. That's what you're worried about. It's just worried about them jumping off stuff and doing crazy stuff. And then girls, like our oldest, that's a whole different thing. It's just now she's had boyfriends or boyfriend, and really I'm kind of hoping that's it. Yeah, I guess boyfriend she had more than one. That's right. And I'm kind of hoping that's it until about 35 or so.
What's your favorite thing about your daddy? His kisses? You like his kisses?
When he's dropping me off somewhere, he always says, have a good day, make the right choices, and I always say, you too. I think that's kind of that's our thing.
Come on, sing it with me. I need help. All right. Daddy loves Kai. Daddy loves Kai. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. 'Cause your daddy's baby, and so is Kaylee. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true.
I see so much in the both of you. You guys are destined for a lot of the good things. But I want to let you know that I'll always be here for you. I'll always be here to protect you. And I'll always love you.